Damn, this is gonna be saved here.
Yeah, this is going to go on air on the number one trending
There you
podcast.
go. Thank you, man.
Can I do? Can I do like nicknames or no?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tim's Bros Podcast, the number one trending podcast in the world. Check the stats. It's a fact.
There you
go. Yes, sir.
Check the stats.
Check the stats.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. All right,
Yeah.
Google it. Or not. Don't do it. But I'm your host, as you guys know. I'm Tim Bro, and I'm here with my lovely assistant, my beautiful secretary.
Wow, thank you. Thank
The
you.
greatest coffee maker
Greatest.
in the game right here, Mr. Dino. And then your assistant is somewhere.
I fired him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Is
So
that
I'm
why he
actually
wasn't in the last episode?
Yeah, that's exactly why. I fired him,
Wow.
blocked him, everything. So in the description below, there's going to be a link to the applications.
Application. We're trying to hire for an assistant of an assistant.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to be an intern on Tim's Bros Podcast, our budget is extremely low on this podcast, so you are not going to get 1 cent from us.
Not at all.
Just getting roasted the entire time.
For sure.
Oh my gosh. Yo, so last episode was super proud of you because you were absolutely hilarious. But then on top of that, I'm not going to lie, you did your investigative work.
I did some homework, bro.
You did, right.
And I did some more homework for these guests.
Oh, is that right?
So-
okay, so what's the spiel on the guests today?
So they were tough. I will say that, though. It was not that much. They were tough. They were very hard, bro.
But why?
Because they're just like ninjas, bro.
Yeah?
They're like ninjas.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I did follow them.
You followed
So I
them.
know.
Okay.
They drive a G-Wagon.
A G
Black on black G-Wagon.
With
bro.
Lamborghini doors as well.
Lamborghini doors as well. With the furry steering wheel and everything.
Yeah.
The dice hanging from the mirror.
He's got the Puerto Rican flag just hanging on the...
No, so I followed them, left
Okay.
the restaurant, and turns out they live in a gated community.
Gated community.
And I couldn't I
Really?
didn't have access, couldn't
No.
get in. Yeah.
Guillermo wouldn't let
Yeah,
you
he
in their
wouldn't-
gated
he wouldn't-
community.
He wouldn't let me in. So once I got to the gate, I turned around, got kicked out, everything.
Okay, so
But
you had to Google a little bit.
I did.
Let's see how
And-
valid Google was on
Okay,
this.
so their net worth, I found this. Get this.
Whoa.
Take a
We're
guess.
finding their net worth?
We're finding their net worth.
I don't know, man.
Guess, come on.
Is this on their Wikipedia page?
It's there.
I don't know. I mean, maybe... what's a normal house
I'm just gonna spill
income? Okay.
30 million
30 mil.
net worth. So I hope we get a donation or something today.
Yeah, hopefully they'll donate to Tim's Bros Podcast, man.
No, but I got two things here.
Okay.
Lemuel has been arrested in Puerto Rico 4 times.
No.
Including for jaywalking and smuggling Twinkies.
Yo.
Turns out they're banned
They're
in Puerto
ille-
Rico.
they're illegal in Puerto Rico.
They're illegal.
Okay, yeah.
And then Kayla was tough too. Couldn't really find much.
Okay.
But I see here that she used to lead worship at IHOP and was currently participating in the Olympics gymnastics, but they're over and she's here now.
She got a ribbon for participation.
She got a ribbon, yeah. She didn't get a medal.
All right, I think your facts are a little off there. They're a little off. So from what I know, because I've known them for a while now, they're really good friends of mine. They actually are they're worship leaders at Lake Point Church.
Yes.
That's
what it was.
That's what it was.
Lake
yeah.
Point.
IHOP is in Kansas City, bro.
Yeah.
That's the wrong church, all right? They also have a band, which is amazing, worship band, which is called Colectivo Uno. We'll talk a little bit more about that with them. And then also they were just telling us about what was it, Upper Room, that they they help out with the prayer services there, which I can imagine are amazing.
Very
so
awesome.
we definitely need to go sometime and go check that out.
For sure.
But I'm excited to have them on. This is going to be a great episode. So you guys make sure to comment down below. The comment section is always out of control. I can never control it. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in there. So you guys help me welcome Lemuel and Kayla to Tim's Bros Podcast.
Yeah,
all right. Bring them out. Look at this. Woo! Oh, yes, sir. Okay, for you guys that did not just see what happened, he literally just shut the door. He walks in like, yo, what's up, guys? And then, whoa. And I just see your Starbucks like going on.
Spill everywhere. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. That is hilarious.
Jesus.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Looking good?
We're good.
Yeah. Look how good they look, man. You guys are a power couple right here.
Hello.
There it is. There it is.
There you go. Check testing. 1, 2,
There
3.
you go.
I feel like I'm in sound check right now.
Yeah, this is a typical. This feels like it, right?
Yeah.
It feels like you're on your touring days.
Yeah.
We might treat him a little bit better here.
Yeah.
But
Right. Sarcasm. Let's do it.
No, yeah, we're very sarcastic on this show, as you guys can tell with that intro. So he obviously tried to dig up a little bit about you guys.
Y'all were tough, man.
A lot
Y'all were tough.
of the information was wrong.
I was hearing a little bit. I heard like Lamborghini stuff. I was like, what are you
The
talking
doors,
about?
man. The doors.
G-Wagon,
the
Lamborghini
G-Wagon.
doors.
Yeah. So is that what you guys pulled up in? Is that
Definitely did not. We are very blessed to have a Toyota Corolla.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. I
nothing
heard
wrong
that
with
has
that.
the Lamborghini doors too, right? Let me
It
find
does,
out.
in
Let me-
your
let me find-
imagination.
Oh, that
One
is-
day though. One day.
One day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One day. No, that's super cool. No, thank you guys once again for coming out.
sir.
I absolutely adore and love you guys. You guys are some of the coolest people that I know. And honestly, you guys have a lot of really, really cool stuff coming out very, very soon. As I mentioned before, you guys are at Lake Point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys serve there as worship leaders. So tell me a little bit about that. How's that? How's it?
Yeah.
Because
So-
that's a huge church. Like we're not talking small. This is
Yeah,
this is a pretty big size church.
what they have going on there is pretty amazing. We were actually introduced to Lake Point through a mutual friend, and we were just filling in. I was just filling in.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just went with her just to.
Moral support.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
the first year of marriage, and
Hey,
you have to be
yes, sir.
everywhere together in your first year.
In the middle
so-
of COVID, you know.
In the middle
Oh,
of
that's
COVID.
right.
Oh,
2020.
yeah.
You guys got
No.
married in the middle of COVID, right?
That is well, no, we got married right before COVID.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also when we started at Lake Point, it was right before COVID.
Gotcha.
I did one set with them, and then after COVID hit and we went online, and they still continue to ask us for help, and then they started asking them all to play. And we just like became part of the family
yeah.
immediately.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got a lot of amazing things happening with their Spanish ministry, which is
Yes.
what really intrigued us.
Mhm.
And we really felt like there's some really cool things taking place there, and felt like we were supposed to be a part of it. So
Right.
we committed, a lot more than what we first thought it was going to look like.
Yeah.
So, but it's been fun.
You actually came out on our recommended page on YouTube. It was the craziest thing at church. So I was in the sound booth, and they're always playing music before church.
Yeah.
And the girl, I saw her, like it was on the recommended. You know how it comes out on the side and
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
And she clicked it. And I'm like, I know her.
Ah!
You were doing I think it was
A ti me rindo, right?
No, it was actually oh man, what's the song that Jen Johnson does? It's a Bethel song.
Oh my gosh.
Padre Nuestro.
Padre
Yes.
Nuestro.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Which you absolutely killed, by the way.
Thank you.
I was like,
Thank
man, you are such a beast. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Hold on.
yeah,
Come on,
I got
clap.
Thanks, guys.
you. Yes. Yeah, you like that, right? Feels good, right? Feels good. Yeah, but yeah, no, it came out. Hey, none of that. Here, let me. There you go. Don't be pushing the wrong buttons over there, man.
Hey, don't be.
I swear.
Oh,
Yeah, JP's not here,
Fired
bro.
him.
Literally, JP was in that corner in one episode. We literally had him in the corner. He was pressing all the wrong buttons. But no, yeah, that's honestly, that's really, really dope that that obviously that transition, because you guys are both obviously not native Texans or from Dallas, right? Because
No.
you're I know you're obviously from Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah. I moved here just 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago, and then you're from
Well, everywhere.
Is that right?
I grew up in Washington State, hence the very American accent that I have when I speak English.
Heck yeah.
But I've lived everywhere.
Gotcha.
San Antonio, which is
Hey,
yeah,
San
your
Antonio
hometown.
represent. Yeah.
I need
And
the booze right there.
I got
I
you.
love San Antonio. Oh, man.
No. Here, I got one for you right here.
That is it for this podcast. We will see.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you lived in San Antonio. That's cool.
I did for 4 years, and then moved to Redding, California.
That's right.
And now I'm back here in Texas, but in Dallas.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. So you've been everywhere. I always ask people this that aren't from Dallas or aren't from Texas. How
Yeah.
much do you love Texas?
I love Texas.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was an easy yes to come
Whataburger
back.
or In and Out?
Come on.
There we
Guys,
go.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Whataburger.
Yeah. There you go. All right. That's good.
100%.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Yeah, I almost cut the podcast really short. Like, thank you guys so much for watching this podcast, but they're leaving now.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's dope. That's cool though.
Yeah.
And then you moved 5 years ago from Puerto Rico.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I don't really know Puerto Rico like that, but I'll definitely ask for the audience. What part of Puerto
Band
Rico?
Twinkies.
Yeah, band Twinkies.
Man, I was like north, like close to San Juan. Literally small
North side.
town.
North side.
North
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the hurricane, I don't know if you heard about
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Basically, after that, like, I just moved here.
Yeah.
And the first year was really hard, actually, because as you guys can tell, like, our accent is really different.
No. Yeah.
Like, really Americanized. Like, I'm just like...
Hey, but opposites attract, though. It's like me and Karla. I don't speak all that great of Spanish.
That's
Still don't.
so true.
But
yeah,
she
we're very
does.
similar in that.
Yeah, exactly. And then she has tendencies that are very Mexican. I have very American tendencies.
Oh my
So I can
goodness,
imagine-
that is
yeah.
so real. And
Yeah.
it's something that like comes up in our marriage, and
Oh,
we're
yeah.
like,
All the
Hey,
time.
Tiff, here's another therapy session.
Yeah.
Coming up.
All right, so
Y'all ain't
let's
ready.
talk about this real quick. No, honestly, yeah. I've done it this way for many years, the American way, and then she's like, "No, but I do it the Mexican way." And
do it
that
this
accent and
way,
everything.
yeah, I do it this
in the
way.
Mexican way, eh? This
Yes.
is how we do it in Mexico.
pretty
Your
sure she
time
doesn't
is
talk like
up.
that.
All right,
Tim.
Pinhead, your time is
Yeah,
up.
that's exactly how I feel. Every time we get into not an argument, but a discussion, trying to figure things out, I'm like, look,
It's okay, it's
this
okay.
is how we do it in America.
Okay, hey, Tim. So who says sorry more? You or Karla?
Yeah, you know what? I make her say sorry every time. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, no, it's not true. I feel like I say sorry a lot more to you. No? Okay.
Oh! She
All
was
right.
behind the
The
camera. I
lie-
was like, just like looking at...
That was a lie.
Okay, let's cut that out of the podcast and let's edit that. So make sure.
Slide some money this way and I'll do it every
God dang it. No, I can't do that. But no, yeah, honestly, that's, yeah.
Well, what about
okay,
y'all?
Yeah,
two?
what about you
Come on
guys?
now.
I would
feel
say like
Okay, let's do it at the same time. Just to see.
Okay, ready?
one, two, three.
Me.
Lemuel.
Yeah! Good. All right. Good.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah.
I knew it. I knew. I was like,
Mostly because I don't make mistakes, and you know.
I mean,
Just
he did
kidding.
give her that. You did give her that side eye. Like, you better answer that right, woman. Yeah, that's dope. So you guys met each other because y'all got married in 2020. How long did you guys know each other? What's y'all's story? Let's start it there. What's y'all's story?
well, we get to know each other like in a songwriting retreat in Atlanta with Maverick City.
Oh, okay.
So basically, I knew that she was going there. We have a friend in common, and like he started like introducing me to her, like in the sense like, hey, I have a friend that she's really cute, like. And I was like,
when they start
I know.
off like that,
I know, right?
I'm there, man. How many songs you need?
So I actually was like, I mean, let's see. I mean, I wasn't interested at all, so I was just, I was open, you know.
Yeah.
So we went to the songwriting retreat, and the first songwriting session, like we were there, like we were together.
Yeah, they
They
grouped
assigned us together.
They grouped us together.
How God
On purpose?
works. How God
No,
works.
actually, no.
Just
Yeah.
random.
And it's crazy because it was like 60 people, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
there's a lot of people, and we got put in a group together, and I thought he was married
Yeah.
and older.
Yeah, she thought I
and
was
had a whole
35, bro.
family.
God.
I thought he had a whole family.
35.
Those jeans or what?
I have no idea.
What it was is he was hanging out with like the big wig people that
yeah.
like, have already established families and things
Right,
like that. So I was
right.
like, oh, he's got to be one of them.
Making
And-
assumptions. You know?
Assumptions.
Wow,
man.
look at the devil already coming in.
I know.
I-
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, so but then I found out through our mutual friend that he indeed was not
single and ready to
married.
mingle, man.
And I
My
said,
man.
okay, let me find out. So we went to go eat that night, and I gave him a little more attention that night, and I
Yeah.
think that's where
Is that where
The spark
he
started
gave
to
her
fly.
his sweater?
Yeah, look at this. Dino did some investigative work on y'all's Instagram. Please explain.
Wait. Oh.
This video right here.
What's the
Read that
caption?
not.
I just found a treasure while walking through life.
Oh.
Look at that little
so
kid.
sweet.
I know.
And
So
whose is that? Is that
who
Pull Up Kayla's?
pull up
Pull up
Kayla's?
Kayla's.
Oh, okay. So I'm
That
telling
caption.
you. Let me see. I think it's this one. Oh, yeah. It's this one. It's this one. Here, we'll replace it with this one. Let's see. Thanks for letting me borrow your sweater.
Yeah, baby.
Let me find out.
Yeah.
That's how relationships
What were you wearing
start.
underneath?
What were you wearing underneath? Is that
I'm
you
not gonna
purposely
say.
took off the sweater?
He had
I
that
did it on
six-pack
purpose.
underneath.
That
That's what he
six-pack
had.
going
That's
on.
right.
He said, "Baby, what's up? You like this or what?"
God
Huh?
told me to tell you.
People always start off with that, right?
Right.
The Lord told me to tell you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah.
If it starts like that, that's a red flag. Let me just say.
But
So-
you know, actually, something that I never, I forget to say it, when we first met in that first songwriting session, she tried to teach me how to play piano.
No, you didn't know he played piano?
I knew he played, but he wasn't hearing the progression that I was trying to describe. So
So
I
y'all were
said,
like low-key arguing, flirting?
no, because
Okay.
at that point I still thought he was like, you know,
Yeah, 35.
Oh, so she
35
was...
and-
Hey, she still followed the red flag. She was like, "Don't follow the red flag," but she's like, "I followed them."
right. So I said, let me sit on this
Let me change
piano.
him.
Let me show you a thing or two.
Dang. Let me find out.
But that
Because
has
she
not
actually
happened
plays,
ever since.
she plays piano.
I did
so
not know you
For
played
those who
piano.
doesn't know, she actually
I
plays
did
piano.
not know.
Enough to get by, guys. Just
No.
enough to get
I'm
by.
enough to get by.
Dan.
Like, you see, I know how to play piano. What's up?
Right.
No,
right.
but I don't. I really don't. That's awesome. So you guys dated for how long?
7 months.
7 months, and then you
Yep.
asked her to.
No, we actually dated.
Oh,
for
you see,
2
wrong. I got it wrong, man.
He asked her for his sweater back, bro.
Yeah.
He asked her
Don't
for his
do it.
sweater back. Give me that champion sweater back.
Give me that. Give me that.
We actually dated.
Oh, that's tough.
We
So-
dated for 3 months.
Okay.
3
And
months.
then
You're right.
we got engaged for. Well, we were engaged for 4 months.
4, yeah.
4
Yeah.
months.
I think it's that for me in Puerto Rico, like it just counts that before you get married, like that's all of that is stated. You know, just
Gotcha.
to save myself.
Yeah.
And then you guys finally got to this point right here. Oh yeah,
Oh,
look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, look at the
Chillaxing.
look at Lemuel's feet right here.
You got Kayla on the left. and You got Lemuel on the right.
Look at
It's
that.
actually Lemuel on the left and me on the right.
She's like, just to get that clear, guys.
Just to
Just to get that clear.
Right, guys.
All right,
No
just-
judging
My
here.
feet are not that big.
She's like, they're not that ugly.
I know. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. I know. Huh? There you go. I got you on that one. Yeah. I was a little late, but I got you. So you guys have now been married a year. And
year and a half.
A year and a half, and everything going
Going strong.
Going well.
great.
Going great. I mean,
Yeah.
our first year was in COVID, so
How was that?
it was really,
really hard.
intense.
Mhm.
That has to be hard because you're literally seeing that. Like, Karla and I, we get married, and it's like, oh, we go out, we go do this, and
Yep.
Yeah,
know,
we
time
couldn't
with
go
the-
out.
time
we
with the
couldn't-
girls, time with the
exactly.
boys.
And I think one of the things is that I was touring a lot before all of that, so I didn't
yeah.
I didn't have community. I didn't know a lot of people.
yeah.
So she's moving here from Reading. She doesn't know anyone here. So
Yeah.
basically, we
Right.
were like stuck with each other. Like we don't have community. We
We're
have
stuck.
people.
It was really fun at first, and then it gets to a place where you're like, we need people. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go crazy
yeah.
inside
Yeah.
this house.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we've heard from like people in marriage ministry that have shared with us that like a year in COVID in marriage is actually equivalent to like 3 years. So,
Yeah.
So
guys,
I've been
we've-
married 3 years and a half.
Right.
Yep.
We've actually been married a lot
That's-
longer. No.
That's great.
But I feel like it really helped shape us,
Yeah.
and it's really helped us develop a really strong foundation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
That's
that's good.
So what do you guys do as a couple? We kind of talked about this a little bit on our last podcast. And I feel like every time we take the headphones off and we actually end the podcast, we sit around, we talk a little bit. I'm like, dang, I need you guys for a part 2. Y'all need to talk about that more. But what do you guys do, especially like if anybody is looking to get married, is married or whatever, what do you guys do that's kind of a connection thing for you guys? Whether it's connection like, man, we love to do this together, but then also like, what do you guys like to do like kind of
Like in
as
your
far-
own time?
Well, yeah, but also like spiritually too, like to help one another and whatnot. So I guess that's a two-sided question, but what do you guys normally do as a
Go
couple?
you first.
Yeah,
This is a really, really hard. I need time to think.
because she's gonna say it, and you'd be like, "Yeah, what she said."
Well, outside of watching The Bachelor, because we have to watch The Bachelor.
Yeah, she make me do it, bro.
She makes me do it.
I mean,
Hey, I like it now.
Okay, now you like it. Yeah,
he
yeah,
follows
yeah.
up
I
with
like
it
it now.
sometimes more than I do. And
I
I'm
wasn't
like,
into reality shows. I wasn't into any of that.
I got
until
him
know.
into all reality TV because that's what I'm about.
Yeah.
But
Proud. Proud husband.
Proud husband right there. Yeah.
But yeah, outside of like TV stuff, because that is one of our favorite ways to just like chill, turn off our brains, and just like
Yes.
get lost in a series.
Yeah.
We realized actually recently we were having a conversation about this, and we love spending time together doing that, but we noticed that we don't really connect.
Yeah.
Like we're watching TV, we're spending time together, but there was we were still missing the connection. Sometimes it was like we're spending so much time together, but why do we feel like we miss each other? Like it's just so weird.
Yeah.
This weird thing that happens in marriage. Like you think that once you're married, like you
see each other all the time, so
yeah,
we're connected.
exactly.
Yeah,
but actually, it still takes a lot of intentionality. And so what we've been doing is at least once or twice a week, we'll try to just like before going to bed, instead of putting on a show, because typically we like to do that, we'll just talk and like share like just different things. Like last night we did it, and we were talking about our childhood.
I know. We talk until 4 of the morning.
We stayed up till 4 a.m.
Don't get Karla started on her childhood. I know her childhood forward and backward. She's like, that one time I was in the sandbox. I'm like, Karla, you've already told me this story. I know the ins and outs. I know the ins and outs.
They're all loving, and Tim's all pissed off and bitter.
Like, tell me something different, man. Give me a juicy story. Give me something. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I just say that because literally Karla is like, she can be the most talkative person if especially when it's about her childhood.
It's just you're so passionate about it, and you relive it, and you want your spouse to like experience that. And like we were even saying that, like he was like, I got to take you to Puerto Rico because you have to see everything that I've experienced.
I know.
Puerto Rico is beautiful.
It's amazing.
I love
Puerto
Rico. Absolutely.
But yeah, basically we do that, and I think it's been really helpful. Like just the fact of like spending time together, talking, processing. There's a lot of things, even like, I mean, we haven't been married for a long time, so you realize that, there's still things that I don't know about her, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's really good. And yesterday we've been talking like, oh my God, like 3 hours, right? Like,
Yep.
Something
it
like
was
that.
4 a.m. and we're like, maybe we should go to sleep.
Yeah.
But I think also like something that's really helped us, and I know that this feels like random maybe, but we've done small groups.
Oh yeah.
Upper room, and we're connecting with other people,
creating community.
And it's just like really cool to like learn together within a group of people, and then like see how we like feed off of other people's feedback or their experiences. And it's just really cool even just watching him connect with other people outside of me, you know?
We
and
were
it's
just
like
talking about that last night.
Literally, we're just
really?
talking about
Cool.
that.
We were talking about that.
That a lot of people, I feel like some of the friends that I have that are close friends, like right now, they're kind of going through a really rough season in their life. They kind of feel either like their faith is a little shaken, or there's just certain things that they're just struggling with, and they get like really upset when you try to give them a typical like Christian answer, right? Like, you need to seek the Lord, or you need to trust the Lord, and they're just like, dude, I've heard that for like 20 years. Stop, you know? And they get really frustrated, and I was actually telling them, I'm like, I've been in that situation, being a pastor's kid, being in church for 31 years of my life. You're just like, okay, dude, stop with the Christianese, just like, you know what I mean? And I found what worked for me was community and accountability. Like just being accountable and people being like, just being able to go up to somebody and telling them like some of the most intimate things.
Sure.
And just doing that also with my wife, and being able to be like, look, I struggle with this. Like, I know this is kind of crazy, but I'm just letting you know that. And she's like, wow, I never knew that. And then we connect on a different level, and then she helps me through it. But then I notice if we get busy in life, you know, especially because we have a kid, like if we get busy in life, I feel like, oh man, I'm kind of back at square one because we haven't been talking about it. I haven't had that community.
Right.
So that is very important.
It is.
That is super important.
And I think it's really cool that you said that when you share something very vulnerable with your wife, you feel a deeper connection.
For sure.
And that doesn't happen just in marriage. That happens in just friendships. Like vulnerability brings connection. And I think a lot of people are afraid to be vulnerable because it's being vulnerable is scary. It's a scary thing, but in being vulnerable, it does allow you to connect with somebody on a deeper level, relate, and be able to walk through things together. At that point, now you're not walking through it alone, and it's a beautiful thing. So
it is.
Community for us is massive. So, and that's actually how we started Colectivo.
Yeah. I would love to jump into that here in a second, but let's kind of shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit about your guys' past in music, because obviously this, you know, we all here, we all do music and stuff, and a lot of people don't know where, you know, people's backgrounds come from, or what they do, or how they do it, or whatever. But I know you obviously were up in Reading with Bethel, and so did you go? You went to the school, right?
The school of ministry, yeah, it's called BSSM.
Oh, okay.
And
how was that experience?
It was phenomenal.
Really?
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I lived there for only 2 years.
Okay.
I wish I could say I've lived there longer because I was planning on living there for a lot longer.
I made her move here. So.
The Lord
You
had
messed it
other
up.
plans.
You messed it up. Bill Johnson's like, "What are you doing,
Right?
Lemuel? We need her."
No, yeah, the school changed my life. Like, I mean, when I arrived, I was really messed up, had a lot of pain, a lot of brokenness. I had just gotten out of a really toxic relationship.
Really?
It was horrible. Yeah. And I actually wanted to quit ministry. I wanted to quit faith even because I was going through so much that I was like, I don't even feel like God is real because I've been praying and I've been asking him to help me and I have not had breakthrough in these areas. So this was last resort. Me going to Bethel was last resort.
No way.
Mhm.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And so I was, when you jump into something like that and you're in that state of mind, you're very open to a lot of things that maybe before you may not have been as open. And I think because of that, I was able to really, I was so desperate to get healed that helped me kind of catapult me into my healing.
Oh, that's good.
So I was open, ready to receive everything. Now, it was not always easy. There would be times where I would get pissed off seeing people encounter the Lord, and I'm just sitting there and I'm mad because I'm
man?
where's my breakthrough? So but I think through time, everybody's healing process looks very different, and everybody's journey with the Lord looks different, but mine probably took, honestly, I would say 8 months until I started feeling a relief of all the pain. Yeah.
Man.
So it was and I was on worship teams, so I was like, should I do music here while I'm in Reading? I don't know if I still want to do that because I'm also in a really bad place. But something inside was you need to do it. Yeah. Obviously, that was probably the Lord.
Yeah. But when did you know that you had talent? You knew that you could sing?
I was 4. I was 4 years old.
Dang.
I was a little baby.
Yeah,
But my parents, they were singers and I was a PK. So they led worship and they preached. And so I would go and do worship with them. My mom taught me how to harmonize. I still remember we were in a car and she was like, you stay on this note and I'm going to sing this and you can't come to mine.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned how to harmonize. My mom taught me that. And
I learned through Jackie Velasquez.
Oh,
I'm not
For
kidding.
real?
We used to pop in the CDs and we used to listen to her back in the day. This is back in the 90s, and we would hear the harmony. And so my sister and I would be like, "Oh, you're gonna do that top part," and we didn't even know what it was, right? You're like, "Okay," so you would sing it, and that's how we learned. I'm not even kidding.
Wow,
Jackie
that's
Velasquez,
awesome.
shout out.
Honestly, Jackie Velasquez was my first. In Spanish they call them pistas. What do they call that in the English?
Pistas.
Instrumentals,
like
an
accompaniment
instrumental.
track or
that's
something?
what's it called? A
Accompaniment
acapella.
track.
Yeah, karaoke track.
And I went to the Christian bookstore. My dad went to the Christian bookstore and he got the cassette tape and it had multiple keys that you can sing it in. And the song was
with the Mardells and got it or
it
whatever
was
it was called.
Un Lugar Celestial.
Oh, you remember that?
That record.
That's a classic.
That record hit.
That was the first song I ever sang, karaoke, instrumental, whatever you want to call it. And I sang that song out in songs, events, everywhere. And Jackie Velasquez was my go-to.
And
I
now
have
that track with me right now. So
the instrumental. All right, and now performing, Kayla. No, that's hilarious. Yo, and now you're writing your own songs. That's crazy.
Right, that's crazy.
So how long were you there at Bethel for?
I was only there for 2 years. Yeah,
2 years, and then you got forced to move over here by Lemuel.
Right.
She got forced. I told her East Texas or this is not gonna work. So.
She's like, I'm coming.
Texas or best.
Oh my god.
Daddy, chill.
Right.
And then Lemuel.
Yeah.
So how long have you been playing keys? Because you're like a master.
I got you here, Tim. I got some quick facts.
Oh.
So I need you to kind of.
Oh,
I need you to
Lord,
fact check
jeez.
this.
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
So
Okay.
Lemuel, I see here that you've been a traveling musician for over 10 plus years. with Ingrid Rosario on the Passion Tour. Is that true?
Is that right? Is that right?
That's incorrect.
Okay, I figured.
Oh my god!
No, I'm joking, man. Joking. No, but Tim was filling me in that you played keys for Christine.
Yeah,
right,
on
yeah.
tour. Can you like?
But leading up to that, like
yeah.
let's lead up to that because I know there's a lot of people. I know you have to get this question 100 times a day because I know this happens to me too. Like, oh, where'd you start? How'd you get there? Like, how did you get to doing that? And like, blah blah. You know what I mean? Because people always want to know. Kind of the climb to success or climb to the mountain. Yeah, there you go. Like, how do you get there? People love that kind of stuff. But so, because I know that you told me that you did more classical music, right? So that's where you started.
Yeah. So when I was like 7 years, like my mom, dad, they asked me like, "Hey, is there like an instrument that you want to do? Like, do you want to learn?" And it was basically piano. They offered me like, "Hey, are you interested in this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I spent like even like me being a teenager until like 17, 18, just playing classical. I will say like till my 19 years, I didn't know how to play by ear anything.
Really?
Yeah.
It was all like sheet music.
It was really, it was everything that, and it was really frustrating for me because I remember I used to go to churches and people will know that I play piano and they were asking me like, "Hey, can you just play with us? Like, you know, like in while we're singing." And I used to go to the bathroom, like lock myself in. And don't came out until everything was done. The preacher started because I didn't know how to play by ear.
Couldn't play by ear.
So it was really stressful for me.
Really?
So I think like when I turned 19, I started hearing like Jesus Adrian Romero's.
Okay, yeah.
Like his albums, like there's a lot of piano and stuff, and trying to emulate that and replicate what the piano player was doing. That's when I get to the place like I started developing my ear a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I met Christine. She went to Puerto Rico to play at the church. She wasn't traveling with band by that time.
Oh, so she was just traveling with pistas, as we call it.
But the pastor like offered her like, "Hey, we have like a couple guys here. So I don't know if you're interested." Like, and she was open. She said like,
big at that time?
She was big in Puerto Rico. She was local,
so
and she wasn't like in America. Like
gotcha.
she was like she just came out with Como Dijiste.
Oh, okay. So
So that song was like literally like escalating. Like so she was starting and literally. So we set a band together. Like a friend of mine that he plays bass, he called me, "Hey, we need a keyboard player." I went there, and we just connect. It was easy.
Yeah.
And I will say like 2 years out, we intercambiamos teléfonos.
Yeah.
And like 2 years after Carlos, I remember I was in the living room of my house and I received a call and I saw it was Carlos Caban. And I was like, "Oh, Carlos!" I just me acordé sings like. And like he literally told me like, "Hey man, like we're needing like a keyboard player." Yeah. And that's when everything started.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
man. But honestly, people think like when I started with Christine, it's not like I was bad, but I wasn't into like all the sounds and things that is happening right now. Yeah. So it was just such a journey. So I'm grateful that they give me the chance just to grow.
Yeah. And
I used to play like with the motif, like the Yamaha motif, bro.
Yeah, and
the same sounds.
Yeah.
Like it was terrible. Like it was.
Well, looking back at anybody who's a creative, looking back at your old work, you're always going to be like, "Man, that was awful.
100%.
That was terrible."
100%.
And now, like we ended up playing together at Prestonwood, and all the guys were so impressed. Like,
you know that.
You know it. All the guys were like super impressed with Lemuel. They're like, "Dude, your pads and your piano sounded huge." And they're like, we literally like next time if you ever play with us again and you grace us with your presence, we will literally turn off like all the multi tracks because like you can fill up a room. It is true though. Like this guy is like he's epic, man.
I try, man. I try. Cool. I've been playing with this for a little bit, but
I keep telling.
He's like saying he wants to update it. He's over it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're over all.
I think it's normal though when you're used to something. Obviously, for people that is new, like they are just like, "Oh, this is amazing." But for you, I mean, you know that as a producer, like when you are used to a sound, it's just like I need to create something new. I need to like start like I don't know, figure out like something.
Yeah, you have to. You have to be innovative. If not, you're the guy that in like 10, 20 years, you look back and you're like, "Oh, all those new heads, like, they're, they
can't stand that, bro.
I hate that. Yeah, they're like, "Oh, that's not music, and that's not this, and that's not that," and you're like wondering, "Oh, why do you not have a job?" Oh, that's why. Yep. Because you sound old.
10 years after, and you still sound like Luis Miguel piano.
It took me 20 years. It took me 20 years
Yeah. That's true. People are still with the Luis Miguel pianos.
The bells, las campanitas.
I'm like, guys, stop. That was cool back in the day. It's not cool anymore.
I think I've done some mix preps like that, bro.
We may or may have not mixed a couple of songs that still have that kind of stuff in there, but yeah, no, I can definitely see how that happens. And then you and I obviously met back at Aliento. You had got. I still remember the first day we met. I did. This is the thing. This is first impressions are everything. That's why I tell Dino. So like, hey, calm yourself over there, man. You know what I mean? Because when I first met you, I was like, that guy's genuinely a really nice guy. Like, genuinely a nice guy. Like, I still remember you guys had come in and we were going to record some stuff.
Yeah.
I even forget what that was that we recorded, but
I don't even remember either, bro.
I don't know, but it was for Christine. The whole band was there and everything, and I just remember like going up to you and you're like, hey, do you have a thing to like hook this up with? If you don't, that's cool, man. No worries. And I'm like, oh, that's what I like to hear, man. This guy's a nice guy. Not like, I need it now.
Oh,
you don't give it to me
man.
now, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? You get guys that are like that. I'm like, oh my God, I will punch you in the left ear.
Yeah.
But him, it was different. He was like super nice. I was like, oh, this is a really nice guy. And then I remember we worked together and stuff like that. And then the rest is history.
Well, what
which is so
happened?
cool.
Because he came in asking me, "Where's my coffee?" And I was like, "Yo, bro, dude, I met you like 10 seconds ago."
He was like,
Daddy, chill. Things have changed.
yeah, things have changed. Kayla has changed them.
Speaking of first impressions, what was your first impression?
Hold on. We asked the question.
Get that man out of here. Don't you ever be disrespected to our guests.
I told you first impressions were everything.
Yeah, I know. And you just interrupted her. Get out.
And that's your first impression.
Douchebag. Got it. All right.
And
Tool bag.
Coffee's whack.
Coffee's whack. His outfit whack. His attitude whack.
No, because you told him your first impression. What was your first impression of me?
You know what? Okay, so crazy story about Kayla.
When did we first meet? I don't even remember.
This is the crazy part of that story. So Kayla apparently
You told me she had attitude.
Yes. Yeah. No, I had got contract. This was well before Timbro. I wasn't even Timbro at this time. And it was like 2013. There was a conference here in Dallas, and I was doing sound. They had hired me to do live sound, and I remember that's where I met Tercer Cielo there and whatnot. It was a conference, and you sang at that conference with Javi. And with a couple, and with Alyssa, with Casa Mi Gloria.
Yep.
And so anyways, fast forward when I think it was around the Aliento time when you were like singing or whatever. I can't remember for what it was. And Javi's like, oh, it's Kayla. Like, you remember Kayla? And I'm like, no, I just met Kayla. He's like, no, you've met her already. I'm like, no, this is the first time I've ever met her.
Wow,
He's like,
that's how big of an impression I leave, folks.
No, I have such a bad memory, especially in that like time of my life. I was like, oh my God.
The brain damage was very severe.
I have a lot of brain damage, right? I've taken a couple of baseball bats to the head. That's why, I got memory loss. But yeah, no, and I remember him telling me, I'm like, what? I don't remember. Like, I really don't remember. But I do remember when I did officially first meet you, you were like, you're the nicest person in the world. Like, and I'm
Good
like,
answer.
and
Good
this
answer.
but this is the thing. A lot of people are really nice. Either there's there's three, I should say. There's three routes of this, right? They're really nice the first time you meet them, and then after that, they become a total tool bag.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or they're nice because of who you are and who you're connected with.
Oh, yeah.
Or they're just flat out nice.
I know a lot like that.
You know a lot of people like that, right? Yeah.
I know a lot of number ones and number twos.
Yeah.
The number threes are hard to come by.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, and so that's always kind of my fear. Like, being a PK, like, you always have walls that are built up. You don't trust people. You don't let people in your walls. Like, I feel like this is like the 5th time I've talked about this on a podcast, but it's true, right? And so with you, I was like, oh, she's genuinely really nice. Like, I could feel, when you feel people's spirit and you're like, this person like just there's something about them. Like, I actually like hanging out with them, or I like being with them, or I feel like I'm a better person around them. Like, that kind of feeling was I do remember that. And then, I always have that little guy that lives inside of me, like, yeah, but is he going to always be that way? And it's like, we'll see.
He's building up the wall.
Right.
No.
I'm looking like Luigi over here. Luigi, but no, I was like, no, she's just genuinely. And then honestly, look, we talked about this in my last podcast. I feel like I have a black hole in my heart sometimes. I have no emotion. Like, I rarely cry. Like, I rarely...
I can tell. I can relate to that. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is about me, but, like, it takes a lot. Like, Carly even attested to it. She's like, how many times have you seen me cry? And she's like, I can't even count on one hand. It feels like it's, like, one finger. You know, like, I've seen you cry maybe once. And so, anyways... when I had left your house, so I want to get into Colectivo Uno here in a second for sure. I keep saying that, but I swear to God, man,
we're actually not going to talk
do
about
it. I swear.
You're gonna have to edit a lot.
Yeah, he did.
I'm gonna have to edit a lot.
You know, he did hit me up after you sent the sessions for mix. He's like, oh my God, a 15-minute song, 18-minute song.
We were doing something. We had something planned, and I was like, yeah, Tim, I'll get on with you right now. And then I was like, never mind, it's just a 15-minute song.
He was going to play call with us, right? And I sent the session. I'm like, hey, Lemuel sent the sessions for mix. Like, go ahead and mix prep and stuff. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll mix prep it. And, like, you know, usually it takes him, you know, maybe 5 minutes.
It was like, the session was like, nope.
And he's like, never mind, man. I'm not getting on tonight. I got to do
quit.
this. Like, yeah, he's like, you know what? You do it, man. This is an 18-minute song, 15-minute song. I don't know. But anyways, what was I going with that? Oh, yeah. So, Colectivo Uno. So, super dope that you guys had invited me to come in and mix. Obviously,
yes,
I'm super thankful and grateful for
Thank
that.
you, man.
Like,
You're
super
grateful.
humble. No, I am beyond. Seriously, what you guys are doing with...
Yeah. Dímelo, papi.
Dímelo, papi. No, but honestly, I was like super humbled because I'm like, dude, this is what you guys are doing is amazing. But anyways, we had gotten to the get together at your guys' house, right? And it was you know, it was amazing time just getting to connect with all the people that you guys had invited over to your house and you know, talking all that stuff. And you guys gave me that piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, that was. Believe it or not, that was like something super thoughtful and super amazing because I was like, wow, they actually took the time to like write. And I was like really curious to what you guys wrote. And it wasn't until I came back home that I opened it and I read it and I was like, man, I think a little tear almost came out. Like, that was good. Because look, I've had, and look, I'm not trying to get too spiritual about this, but I've had a couple of people tell me the exact same thing that you guys had told me. They had prophesied to me years before I was even doing music, and they had said the same thing, like, you know, you're gonna do music, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and it felt like, oh my gosh, how did they know? Kind of moment. You know, you're like, whoa,
you're gonna have a great assistant, you're gonna have the greatest coffee.
He's gonna get fired because he disrespected the guest.
His pay's gonna go up and down.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, man, that was awesome. Like, it was really dope. So thank you guys for that. Yeah, that you guys, it was like for you guys that are watching, it was like a fortune cookie. Like it was like
it really was
like a fortune cookie. And I opened it, I was just like, oh man, that was really dope. I don't know whether it was Lemuel or Keila who wrote this, but either way, I'm just gonna say
that wall started building. I don't know. This sounds a little fishy.
I don't know. Hey, I think I saw this on Pinterest. Hold up. No, I'm kidding.
It's like a reused prophetic.
I know.
Yeah,
we went to Google just like researching like reused prophetic
recycled
words.
That's where I get my facts from.
Yeah, apparently that's where he gets his facts from because everything has been off about you guys so far. God. But yeah, and so thank you guys for that. But that was amazing, and I was like, man, you know, so. But yeah, let's get into Colectivo Uno. So you guys had mentioned there at the get together with all the crew and the people that make Colectivo happen. But you had mentioned that you guys did it out of just building a community.
Yes.
So guys, expand a little bit on that, and it just expand a little bit on what you guys are doing and y'all's vision and all that good stuff.
Yeah, go for it, babe.
Okay. So I know it's like we just look at each other. I need to ask for permission, you know?
That's what it is. I figured it out.
Talking like, hey, come on.
No, babe.
Do a zoom in on my face for that.
I know, like, don't be lying.
No, so basically, when we were planning how to build our ministry, like, we thought at some point it was gonna look like me and her only.
Yeah.
And we were like just trying to figure that out. And obviously, like, we don't know. It was our first time doing stuff by ourselves. We don't know anything about music industry. Yeah, I know how to
We
produce.
didn't have the finances.
Yeah, we didn't have the finances. So we were trying to figure out this.
They had the finance for the G-Wagon, though.
I know. To put those Lamborghini doors on. Yeah.
So basically, one day I was just talking with God and with the Lord, and I felt that we were supposed to create a project out of community. And I was feeling really overwhelmed because since we didn't have the finances, we didn't have like any of that. So I was like trying to figure out how we're gonna make this possible. You know?
Yeah.
Like I know how to produce, but that's it. I don't know how to do anything else. And I feel like God started like bringing names of people and showing me like, hey, I'm just gonna bring community. I'm gonna partner you guys with people that is gonna like partner with this project, and you're not gonna have to do it by yourself. So I shared this with Kayla, and it's funny because she was feeling the same, like creating a project, a movement out of community, because that was for that season in our lives. That was our main.
It was a huge need.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really, and it was actually in the middle of COVID. Like we're like, man, we want to have more friends. We want to connect with more people that are in the creative world, singers, songwriters, worship leaders. And at that time we had just started going to Lake Point. So we were meeting so many talented worship leaders, musicians, creatives, that we're like, how is there nothing happening with you guys?
Amazing
like,
people, amazing songwriters.
Yeah. And so we really wanted to, it came out of the need for community, but also just wanting to give people opportunity.
Yeah.
Like we just saw so much potential in our like friend circle that we're like, well, we have a little bit of tools that we can combine and put together and try this and just see where it goes. And everybody that we shared this with, they were like, this is amazing. We want to be a part of it.
Yep.
We started with Zoom songwriting sessions. We just reached out to some friends who reached out to some other friends. We actually made a really cheesy video inviting everybody to
we were like
our close friends.
In the couch of the living room, like, hey, this is Lemuel and Kayla. Welcome. Like,
yeah, it was
like,
with the phone, with the iPhone camera.
Yeah, they're like, what do I do with my hands?
Right.
Like,
I need to destroy that video. But anyway, yeah, we like invited just our friends and and then we started setting up Zoom songwriting sessions because we couldn't get together due to COVID.
Yep.
And the feedback we were getting from those sessions was really positive.
Yeah,
and we're like,
it was really good.
This could be something. And in one of our meetings, I had this wild idea. I was like, what if we got everybody that's doing these Zoom songwriting sessions with us and had them meet in person after COVID? So hopefully by next year, we'll do a songwriting retreat. We'll do a live recording at night. We'll songwrite during the day, live recording at night with all of our friends. And we forgot to mention that the focus of this is for Latin America. Right. So Latin American worship. And I literally wrote out a PDF of that and
a welcome.
I did like a welcome letter. I had the itinerary. I had like Airbnbs, like everything planned out, and it was all in faith. Like we didn't have money or anything like that, but I was like, this is me dreaming. And we got fast forward like 5 months, we get a huge donation from a family friend who heard about what we were doing.
And that's where the net worth came in.
That's where they went
30 million came in.
I heard that net worth. I need to find out where it's at.
I know. I want it.
That family friend really likes you guys.
It's somewhere out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were like, oh my gosh, this is the money for the retreat that we wanted to do. And
that is so great.
We literally just put all the money into that. We rented an Airbnb.
For all the guests.
For all of our guests that came. We had about like 50, 60 people come total. And we did songwriting during the day and live recording at night. And the PDF that I wrote, I got to send out that exact same thing. I literally just adjusted the dates and a couple things and
so
send it out.
Man. I love that. I love those kind of stories, man. Like when you dream and then it becomes reality.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people out there, maybe people that are watching right now that they, they dream and then they have like there's like a self-consciousness about that dream and then it never happens.
Right.
And it's like you it sounds so cheesy, but you do have to believe in what you put out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
what you have to offer.
Exactly. So that's really, really dope. So you guys, that's one thing that I noticed with when you guys started it, because you sang the very first single, right? Deseable.
Deseable, yeah.
Man, did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Good job. You know what? Let me get you.
You need a hand clap for that. Yep.
Appreciate it. It came out. So you sang that one, and then after that, you guys started kind of interchanging worship leaders and all that.
Yeah.
And so which is very different. Like, versus it being like, okay, it's a Keila and Lemuel show, you know, it's more like, I love that y'all's heart is like, we're going to write with different people. We're going to have different people come in. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do it that way. People that maybe Spanish isn't even their first language, which you guys have done. The last single that just came out, we'll talk a little bit about that, which is Dios de mi salvación, which, man.
Mixed by Timbro.
Shout out. Yes, I made it, Mom. You
we need a soundbite for Timbro. Like mixed by Timbro.
See, work on it. Let's go. It's not here, bro.
Don't forget applications.
Applications in the link in the bio. So, but that song is amazing, and it was funny because when we were mixing it, he's like, that guy, he's like a white dude that doesn't even like he knows Spanish and stuff, but it wasn't his first language. I'm like, really?
And he learned the language when he was 20. He started.
That is insane, bro. Yeah. I was like, nah. He's like, phenomenal. Yeah, for real, man. For real. So
shout out to David Fish.
Shout out. That's super dope. That song just came out, so you guys make sure to go and stream stream the song. You can find it on Colectivo.1NO. That's our Instagram, and there's a link in the bio, and it'll just take you to.
You can even go to Spotify,
and search us there, Colectivo.
We'll make sure to put all the links in the description. But make sure you guys go. You guys can find it on Apple Music, on Spotify, all the digital platforms. You guys have released, so that obviously that one's has already been released, and then you guys have what is it, 4 other
a 4-track EP.
4-track EP.
Okay. That will be coming out actually this Friday.
Oh, okay. Yes, yeah. So, but what do you guys have out right now?
Prior to that one,
yeah.
We have the Hable, we have Tengo Fe,
Testificaré.
Yeah.
So 3 singles.
3 singles, and and then what you just said, you guys are about to drop an EP. So by the time this drops,
it will be out.
It'll be out. So make sure you guys go and stream.
Go look it up, y'all.
It's already out. It's out now. Go stream it.
Yes.
Are they gonna also drop with music videos?
Yes. So we will be releasing them after the EP release. So we haven't really planned out.
Yeah,
when,
probably in this next week. We're just gonna have more clear. Picture
of how to do that.
Yeah, worship leaders that are watching, these songs are obviously phenomenal. Not just because they're my friends, but it's the truth. It's a fact. That's all we do here is spit facts. This is the #1 trending podcast in the world. That is a fact. Check the stats. But with these guys, the same thing. It's these songs are great. So you guys add them to your church playlists. You guys go and play them on your Sunday. Tag these guys when you do play it.
Yes.
Because honestly, some of these songs, I'm like. I've already told my sister, who's our worship pastor, I'm like, we got to sing some of these. These are
actually, Tim, we need to do this TIMS for multi-tracks, though.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. So Stims, right.
Next, we'll cut this out right here. Inside joke.
18-minute song. Yeah, we're gonna slim this down to 4 minutes, so the multi-tracks aren't that bad. And I'm sitting here for 12 hours now. Yeah, we do need to do the multi-tracks. So Dino, that's his fault. So, but no, I'm kidding. But I'm not. No, I'm not. But no. Honestly, those some of the honestly some of my favorite songs. What do you guys do as far as? I love to ask this question to a lot of the songwriters that come on our show because everybody has different styles.
Yeah,
I think everybody that's been on our show. Nobody
said something different.
Yeah, nobody songwrites. I mean, we have some pop people, some reggaeton people. We've had all kinds of people. So you guys are more like the CCM worship. Where do you guys find your inspiration or your workflow, or where do you start? Just people, once again, people that might be watching, they're like, man, I really want to write songs. I want to be as great as you guys. How do they? Where do you guys get some of this stuff? Like I said, lyrically and melodically, a lot of these songs they're amazing. They're super dope.
Yeah.
So where do you get the inspiration from? Or what do you do?
So it's different.
It is. It's different for both of us. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're like, we're doing it my way on this song, all right?
No, you can. I mean, I can say
you go first.
Basically, it's different. Like she said, for both of us. I think that I'm a really melodic person. There's no a rule for songwriting.
Yeah. Right.
You can't go wrong.
Anyway, yeah.
You can't go wrong. I think one of the things that, at least for my experience, that helped me is write all the things that I feel in the moment, all the things that I want to talk about. Sometimes going to the Bible and just read scripture and sometimes like that. And for me, it's easy to have melodies.
Oh yeah.
I need to have a melody in order to put lyrics to it. And honestly, out of that, I sit on the piano, try to feel it, sing it, how it feels, But like I said, it's not. There's no. I'm still learning, bro. Like I feel like both of us, but I'm still learning. Like people sometimes tell me like, oh, you write this, you have write this, like you write with these people. And I'm like, I still feel like I'm learning. I'm a baby.
Yeah, we still feel like beginners.
So
for sure.
These guys are like writing with Maverick City. They're writing with all these people. We're just beginning. I mean, it's just something we do on the side.
But I will say that for my experience, every time is different. There's times that it's easy. It comes like just the lyric. Like sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I'm just laying down, like chilling. And I feel like a melody comes, a lyric comes.
Nice.
Like Dios de mi salvación, when we were with that song, we were in the living room literally, and we were trying to figure out what to do. And I was like, we were going through scripture, I think it was Psalm 27. And I read the part that he says like, yo me alegraré en el Dios de mi salvación. And I was like, oh, this can be like a chorus for a song. So that's like, crazy. How will I put this? And we started figuring out, I started singing to Keila.
He sang it out, and I was like, that's it. And I was like, and you can just repeat that. Like, I love the simplicity of it.
Yeah, she came with the second part. Yeah. So basically, like, every time is different, but, you know, like, you can't go wrong. I will say, like, un consejo para los songwriters que están escuchando, like, don't get frustrated if it doesn't happen right away. Like, sometimes, like, we spend, like, 2 weeks writing a song.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. For me, it's opposite. I need lyrics to put it to a melody. Yeah. So I do the same. Go through scripture. I'll write out anything. Like we'll usually land on a topic. So when we start with group songwriting sessions, we'll be like, hey, does anybody have like a melody or a lyric that they want to bring to the table? And like, there's no bad ideas. That's what we always say from the beginning. Like, there's no bad ideas.
Love that.
And yeah, depending on which one everybody feels like is like something that they want to lean towards, we'll go with that idea. And then I'll just start literally saying whatever comes to mind when it comes to, let's say, the topic of hope, and just like, and even in my own notes, I'll just start writing down anything that comes to mind when I think about hope. And then I'll just start like with the lyrics, finding melodies. Like I'll just try to come up with random melodies.
It's a funny fact. At the beginning, it was really hard for us to songwrite, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
we were backwards.
Yeah. Y'all are backwards.
Yeah. Because he's like trying to figure it out. And I was like, well, wait, if we have the right lyric, then we'll know how to sing it. And then you can play to that. Right. He goes, no. I need the melody. I need the music.
They're arguing for an hour.
I'm like, okay. Like at some point, one of us has to surrender.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah, but I think
who surrendered though?
Yeah, I know.
It's a different person every time.
He said,
I know. All right, spill the beans.
Come on.
Yeah.
I think like it's different every time.
Yeah,
sometimes it's her.
Me, sometimes it's him.
And honestly, I think we have get to a place that we just trust each other.
Yeah.
In the fact, like I trust what you have, what you carry. She trusts what I carry. So it's just like, what do you feel something today? Yeah, if you feel like I'm just gonna follow you backwards, you know, like so.
So I feel in y'all's writing though, y'all put clever, like you guys kind of do what we do in like the pop world, like where it's like you do like stuff that's very clever and it's very like, oh, that was good. Like that's, you know, that's a good way to put it. You know, either you use an analogy or you might use like you might use an example or whatever in the way you say it. It's
Tim,
like,
you make us feel so legit.
I know.
Amazing. I know.
Like, thank you. Yeah.
I feel honored. I'm like, man.
I'm like, wow.
What is this?
Well, you should, because you're on the #1 trending podcast. You should feel honored.
I'm like, keep going, Tim. Keep going.
No, you guys genuinely do it. Like, it's not, you know, Lord, I lift your name on high, you know, which is great.
Is a great song.
Yeah, it's good.
But that was great for its time. Now I feel like
someone's pissed.
Yeah. Hey, I wrote that song. That's it. Turn this podcast off. But no, but you guys, it's like the way that you like use certain analogies or you use metaphors or like I like to call it clever writing. I don't even know if you guys know that you do that. Do y'all do that intentionally?
I don't think I do.
No, what I have find. I mean, yeah, sure. So I think I know what you're saying because we talk about a little bit.
What would you like? Give me an example.
Oh, that's hard. Oh, that's hard. Because you know, I feel like you know, like Bethel and Elevation, they do it where a lot of like
clever writing.
Yeah, a lot of clever writing. I mean,
maybe you're trying to say like there's deep in the lyrics.
It's a lot deeper, and it's almost like personal. Like it's still congregational, but it's almost like personal. You know what I mean? And it's very like. like there's just certain times that you hear stuff and you're just like, oh man, I feel like that was directed to me. Like that was really good. It's not like a general like you shed your blood on the cross, or we lift your name on high, or we raise our hands. It's more like. What
do you have against that song, Tim?
I know. Take that. Delete that song out of there. No, but it's like and there's nothing wrong about that. It's just that's simple and that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. But it's like y'all's lyrics, I feel like, are a little bit more complex. And
I will say this. I will say that like something that we are really like we make sure that we communicate this to Colectivo Uno and anybody who writes with us is what we are wanting to teach Latin America is who God is.
Yeah.
In his heart. And so songs that we write are songs about the Father or songs to the Father.
Yeah. Right.
And that's a direction that we go in. And so we honestly, like the says, which I don't even know if you've heard that song yet. No. We have a song coming out that talks about the heart of the Father.
Yeah.
And from that, we did have to pull from like, what has his love look like in our lives?
Right.
And when was the most impactful or meaningful moment? And let's put that into the song.
Yep.
But I don't think that like I'm ever thinking like, how can I make this?
No, and like I said, I don't think it's intentional.
No, it's not intentional.
But it's just the way that you guys do it. Sure. It's like a lot of other writers, they might write something that's very cliche. It's very Christianese. It's very like, which once again, there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like you guys have like a personal thing. And that's why I say I don't think it's intentional at all. Like, oh, let's be clever and let's write this. Yeah. But it's more like you guys do it. And I'm wondering like what y'all's process on that, because it's really interesting how like some of the stuff that you guys are saying, and I'm listening to the lyrics and I'm like, oh man, that's really good. That was really well put. Yeah. Like that kind of
you created the waves and you drowned me in your grace.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, right. Versus just be like, yeah, your grace is enough. Yeah. Like, okay, that's cool. But like what Dino just said, yeah, you know what?
Dang,
we'll put that I have no clue.
You need to write
you
that.
created the waves.
Yeah,
you drown me in your grace.
There you go. You see,
credit me in that. Yeah, right off of that. Credit me in that.
There you go. Like a Kim Walker, where she, I know she took it and she changed it, but like when she said sloppy wet kiss or whatever, and it's like, but it was the imagery, and I felt like that's clever writing.
Yeah,
like it's like wow, the image of like getting smacked by a sloppy wet kiss.
Nice.
I think from my perspective, like the secret is like knowing where are you going. Like if you know like the direction.
Tino's still dying over there in the corner. The image of just getting slapped by
sloppy wet kiss. That imagery
like,
was
dang,
like,
thanks God, like chill.
Oh my God.
Do it. Yeah. No, but for real, I think like it's just like knowing where are you going direction wise. Like when you know that, you take the time just to make sure that, oh, this is what we're trying to go for.
Okay.
Usually I said it because I have songwrite, like when I was in Puerto Rico, I used to songwrite, and it was, I mean, it's not like it was bad because there's no bad song, but it wasn't like as deep, or it wasn't like meaningful.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So I think like I was just like happy with whatever I was just doing.
Yeah.
I was putting something in the paper. That's it. But when you know where you're going, when you have a perspective of like, I want to speak in this is what I want to say in this song.
Right.
If you feel like it still is missing something, you keep like, and we do a lot of revisions. Like I said, like that song that the places, oh my God, we revisit that song like how many times? Like a lot of times.
I'm like, I don't know.
I can give you numbers, it's just a lot.
And honestly, it was one day, like we were over it. I'm not gonna lie, we were tired, and we were like, man, I feel like nothing is coming. And Kayla told me like, just play a melody. And I was like, okay. And I played in the piano and said, oh, that's beautiful. Let's put lyrics to that. I don't know if it's going to fit. And we figure out and we make it work. And the song is really powerful.
See what
really
happens when the woman surrenders to the melody?
To the melody.
Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Put the boo. Put the boo.
You're about to get hit over there.
There ain't gonna be no sloppy wet kiss.
You ain't gonna get no sloppy wet kiss tonight.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's hilarious. It is time, guys. You already know what time it is. It is time for
Spill the Beans.
Spill the beans. Spill the beans. All right. This is the part of our show that God. I honestly look forward to, but I also hate all at the same time because I have the worst luck. I've had the worst luck on the show. Dino has the greatest luck.
How many rounds are?
Okay, so let me explain how this works for the people that don't know, and obviously for you guys. So this segment is called Spill the Beans, right? So I have a box here that has a bunch of controversial questions. Yeah. So you just shake the box, pick out a question, read the question out loud. If you want to answer it, you don't have to take one of the beans. If you don't want to answer it, then you get the Bean Boozled little thing, right? Open it up. It'll shoot you out a little bean, and that bean, you have a 50% chance of that being a good or a bad bean.
Take a whiff.
Take a whiff of that. Yeah.
Have you played that before?
It's
Honestly,
like dirty
it
socks,
smells. It smells like a
played
dog's
it.
butthole. It's legit what it smells like.
And you do have two dogs, so you know what
that's
this.
terrible.
That's a dog butthole.
You don't know because it's all mixed.
Now it's mixed, so once again, 50-50 chance. You could get something like read off a couple of names.
Hey,
for
can
us
we
right
ask
now?
production for water and napkins?
Yeah.
We charge
got
for that.
water.
We charge for that.
There's a water right there, and we got napkins here. Okay, so
We
name
got
off a
like
couple.
dirty dishwater, birthday cake, canned dog food, peach, not from Georgia, booger, juicy pear, coconut. You know.
So just to name a few, right?
Got it.
So these are once again. Some of these.
I'm gonna get coconut. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
coconut.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna get coconut.
Yeah, declare it.
Okay.
Declare it. You just gotta, you know.
Victory, 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 victory. Manda, aka, aka,
Oh my god.
raka.
In the name of Jesus.
All right. Last time I did this.
Is this the kind of questions that you need to answer right, or it doesn't matter?
No,
It's just-
you want to be truthful for sure.
Okay,
you want to
okay.
be truthful.
Yeah.
It's not a right or wrong question
Okay.
or the right answer. It's just you gotta definitely just answer.
Or if you don't, just
truthfully.
take the bean.
Just so I'm gonna start off first. Dino's
Okay.
gonna go next, and then you guys as our guests will go after that. So let's see what I got.
Mhm.
We go.
Give me some music after this.
It was like
You, your wife / husband, and one of your children are in a sinking ship. You can only save one. Who is it?
So
So
either.
for me, it would either be Karla or Alessandro.
Dang.
You know what? I'm actually gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer it.
Go for it.
Alessandro all day long. No, I'm just kidding. So you like held your breath for a second. No, look. My dad one time actually preached about this, and he said this one time, and he's like, look, I love my kids. My kids are everything and whatnot, but he's like, I can't replace my wife. Like, that's the one thing. Like, I can have more kids with my wife. I know that might sound messed up, but I can have more kids with my wife. We can always have new kids
You're
and stuff.
going to hell.
Your son's right outside the door right now listening to this. Like,
You're right.
But I can't
He's getting
replace.
traumatized right now.
But I can't replace my wife. So
he's like he's not here. He's not here.
Yeah. No, he's playing Fortnite in
Okay.
the other room. So, you know what? I know that's a really hard answer. If I only could save one, it would be my wife. We would have more kids. I would have good memories.
I give you props for at least answering that.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
No, so we'll go with.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go next,
it's
you
fine,
can.
bro.
He's
Oh,
ready.
sure, it's
He's
fine.
ready.
Let's do
ready.
it. Let's do it.
You're nervous?
I'm nervous.
Okay, all
Just
right.
a little bit.
Hey, man, just none of this. All right, none of this on here, right? Got to read it out loud. Yeah, this is a good one, right?
Man.
This is a good one.
Read it out loud.
Hey, you guys are.
This is good, right? Read that one out loud real quick.
Who is one person you pretend to like but actually don't?
Yeah! I love this question. Every time this question comes up, especially in our industry.
Wait. Like,
Are you really gonna
English
answer?
is not my first language. I'm trying to understand the question. a
So
little bit more.
basically, let's say there's a person that you know
Yeah.
that might be an acquaintance, a friend, or someone you know,
Yeah.
and you pretend to like them, but you actually don't.
I know.
You can't stand them.
I know.
I could definitely name one
I can
person
name one name right now too.
I could definitely.
We can name one.
Oh, I got it now.
Now,
Damn,
yeah,
this is gonna be saved here.
Yeah, this is going to go on air on the
On
number
air,
one
number one
trending
trending. There you
podcast.
Set. Thank you, man.
Can I do?
Hey.
Can I do like nicknames or no?
Sure. Drop the nickname.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Hey, number one trending
Hey.
podcast. Hey, you.
I mean, people can figure it out.
people could
Who's
figure
one
that
person
out.
you pretend to
Who's
like
one
but
person that you pretend that you like, and you really
If
don't.
you don't
like
want
this
to
person.
answer it,
because that person's gonna find out that Lemuel actually doesn't like me.
right. Zane.
unless you
Yeah.
unless you got unless you're savage.
I'm not
and
gonna
you can
have
do it.
drama after this, bro.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have chorro.
Yeah, that you will. Yeah. So push up, push
There you
down.
go.
and then
There's two.
Okay,
Oh.
wait, let me see both of them. Okay, so there's a green one and there's a white one. Kayla, which one do you choose for him?
Green.
Oh
my God.
man. Okay, so that can actually either be juicy pear or it can be booger. All right.
Here we go.
All right, let me get my
He likes it. He likes boogers.
Oh God.
That's disgusting.
It's nasty, right?
You got the boogers?
Some milk.
He needs some milk. Get that boy some milk.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my god.
It's nasty, right? Some of those are
It's terrible.
nasty. Those are nasty.
Well, some of these are open, so I'm gonna read which one.
No. You gotta
come
shake it
on.
up, shake it up, shake it up. There it is. Come on, Kayla.
All right.
All right, let's see.
What's the biggest lie you have ever told?
Give her time to think.
Wow, it's really hard to think about the lies after the Lord's forgiven me.
Wow.
It's just like
Wow.
Right?
The
I
biggest
have
lie.
to go back.
So in our
to my
last
past.
episode, the literally our guest had told us that she had killed her rabbit, her brother's rabbit, on accident, and she has never told anybody. And her brother thought that she's like, I don't know what happened to it. And she said that it was like really annoying, I guess, or whatever. He would annoy her with it, and she gave it a jalapeno, and it died because of the jalapeno. So she ended up telling her brother that, like, oh no, he, like, I don't know what happened, and she confessed on the show. So that was her biggest lie.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's got to be like that, Kayla. I got
Right. I mean, I'm trying to think. Have I told you it? I mean,
Oh, he wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know 'cause you're about to tell
not
us.
like that. Oh my god.
Who's gonna know? No one's gonna
No
know.
one's gonna know. No, I need that one on here, right?
Right. Man, I'm trying to think of like something like that.
Should we give her a time?
Or she can just eat a bean. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I might have to because I can't think of
Do
anything.
like timing. If in 5 seconds or 10 seconds no one responds, like
So here we go. You have the.
But then I feel the pressure, and I'm just thinking about the time, and not even thinking about the lie.
You've had like 5 minutes already, though.
Okay, then I'm gonna do the bean.
Shit! All right, it's right underneath
Okay.
you, right there. And let's see if she gets as lucky as Dino does every time.
Come on,
we're
man.
the
always
Don't
get the
jinx
good
it.
ones.
He
Don't
always
jinx
gets
it,
the good
man.
one,
Come on.
He's gotten one. I think you've gotten one
One, I
bad.
got one.
But out of like 10 questions, come on, man.
All right. Oh God,
What is it?
it's either canned dog food or
Oh!
chocolate pudding.
oh, that one is not as bad though.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All right.
yeah, sure.
All
I
right,
had
yeah.
canned dog food
Of
yesterday.
course, he's gonna say that because it's my bean, and he's gonna be like, "Mine was way worse."
Yeah, no, I had
Canned
last
dog food is
episode.
pretty
I
bad.
had canned dog food, and let's just say I did spit that one out. I couldn't even
Gosh.
swallow it 'cause normally I'll try
Where's
to
the
swallow it.
You took both napkins. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's
He
great.
literally like.
We need one more napkin.
I will spit it into that empty water bottle if I need
Hey,
to.
whatever you got to do.
Reuse that napkin.
Yeah.
It's all bad, bro.
Oh
No.
my god! All right, here we go. We're
Right,
ready.
Ready.
See what it is. Is it bad?
Dog food.
Oh man! Now you know what your dogs eat, right there.
Right.
That's what it is. We love it.
ASMR, come on.
ASMR right there. You gotta take some water. Yeah.
Drink water.
All right, Dino.
All right, Tim's turn. Oh.
No, bro. It's Dino's turn now. All right, Dino.
Oh, man. Here we go.
I say you just spill the beans,
Spill the
right?
beans.
Automatically.
I
systematically.
did, though, like last
you?
episode.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Malo? Oh, I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
That's
I
exactly
smell it right now.
Last episode, bro.
All right, here we go. Tell us a name of a Christian artist that you personally know and that you don't like.
Ooh.
Yes,
that
sir.
That was good.
That's a good one.
He was I know who he is.
No.
Yeah, he was a keyboard player for Christine for over 10 years.
That doesn't count.
That don't count, nah, man.
Golly.
A person I don't like. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, you know.
Oh,
But
okay, but the world doesn't know.
Say his name,
Oh, man.
And I know it's a dude too.
Oh, is it one?
There's one guy.
Is that one?
Not the one that I would say.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. It's another
Say yours,
one.
I'll say mine.
Nah, I definitely
What?
I can't do that. I definitely can't
I
do that.
can't, man. I can't. It's not. Where's the?
Yes, sir. I love these questions, man.
Right. It's
I
like,
feel like yours was super easy though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I usually get hard ones though. I usually
yeah,
get really
that one
bad
was
ones.
easy.
What? Wait, whoa! There's two there.
Yeah, I picked this one.
No,
Oh, somebody gets to pick it, right?
someone gets to pick it.
Okay.
Lemuel, pick
Give
one.
me that. Give me that.
There we go.
And I already ate this one, and Kayla this one, so you have to be something different.
Yep. He said it. He's the guest. Come on, get us a
That
good
that
one.
might be the best thing that you've ever done for me because it's about to be
Oh, okay. What color is that?
Yellow.
buttered
Yellow and
popcorn,
white.
buttered popcorn or rotten egg,
A
right?
rotten egg.
Oh.
Right?
And the rotten egg is
Yep. Go
not
for
good,
it.
man. Go for it. Let's see that. Here we go. Is butter popcorn?
Butter popcorn again.
Wow.
2 times in a row.
No? Is it
Wait.
turning bad? Sometimes they turn bad. Like you think it's good and then they turn bad.
You know what's funny? That he already swallowed it.
You're an idiot. I hate
Oh
that.
my gosh.
He knows that's my biggest pet peeve, too. That's-
Butter popcorn.
Butter popcorn. All right.
Wow,
Butter popcorn.
Lemuel.
All right. Let's do one more question each.
Oh.
Yep.
Hopefully I get another easy one because I usually get the hard ones. Dino, you know that.
Yeah, come on.
That's true. So let's
Trusty Lord, brother.
Did you tell him that they were the Lord's Chiefs?
The Lord's beans.
Name one physical feature you would change about your significant other.
I think you got that one last podcast, right?
Did I get that one last
Yeah.
podcast? I did, right. No, I got another one though. Or maybe I don't know.
Oh no, porque se
There's
me-
nothing to change. No, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead.
Wow.
Man. She's just looking at me like, yeah, you better say
She's
it.
like, good answer.
Huh?
Oh.
No, nothing. There's nothing I would change. Just yeah.
Just don't ever forget your purse at a restaurant. That's all.
Just don't, yeah. Okay, this one actually looks depends. Dirty dishwater or birthday cake? All right. What would dirty dishwater even taste like?
You'll find out right
Yeah,
now.
I'm about to find out,
You'll
right?
find out right now.
Yeah, here you go. Bon appetit.
Should we put the music on for you?
Yeah, here we go.
Look, I already started off. Come on, chew it. No, chew it. You built different.
Oh man! Ah!
Poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, he spit it out. He spit it out.
Ah! That was nasty. That one's close to
It's the first time you eat that one? You get that one?
That's the first one. Yeah. That one and canned dog food have been the worst ones so far. Ah! That was nasty.
My turn.
That one was
I just want to get these separate.
There we go.
Are we supposed to put the papers back in? Because I did. I don't know if I was
you
supposed
No, I took
to.
it out.
Oh, okay.
It's easier, so it's just to not repeat the questions. He's lower one piece.
You good over there? Yeah.
That aftertaste is it gets worse with
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
Read it out loud, dog.
Cricket.
You're making it like, oh, this is
What was the last thing you searched for on your iPhone?
yeah. What were you searching? What's your Google history? Let me see that history real quick.
Where's my phone? Actually?
Oh, all of a sudden it's gone.
Under the box.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
it's right here.
All right, let's see. I don't know, man. Kayla's looking over there hard. She's looking hard.
Yeah, no, don't try to switch the screen. I'm dead.
There it is. What it is?
What is it?
Read it. You tell him. Read it.
S curl regular strength texturizer instruction.
What? Oh,
Hey,
I'm so confused. Like, what?
You have to explain it.
Yeah, you gotta explain that.
It's okay. It's a long story. So she, oh man,
It has nothing to do with me. First of all,
no, I'm just gonna do the whole story from scratch. Like, so she dyed my hair, and I get a haircut, and I was literally trying to find like about texturizers, like how it works, like.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Hey. All right. Well, he did it. All right. We'll give him a round of applause for that one.
No. How you say that? No fear.
No fear, bro.
Silencio Bruno. Has anybody seen Luca? It's a new Disney movie.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
It's so cute. And whenever they're afraid, they're like, Silencio Bruno.
Silencio Bruno. Cute. All right.
Bro, you can literally make something here like Exponiendo Infieles or something.
Have you seen that show?
Have you seen that?
On YouTube.
They said the same thing. Like, let me see what's the last, like, the last thing that you post on your phone.
Last text.
Like, on your story. And they just make it go to the story. And she's like, what is that? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, he was trying to find this, and they start finding stuff.
Yeah, I started finding. Oh, yeah, man.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Show us your last text.
Oh! All right. Is she gonna do it?
She's like,
cheers.
On my phone.
Yeah. She's gonna be.
I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
My last text was.
You gotta read out loud.
Okay, está bien. We'll do it another time. Don't worry about it.
We'll do it another time.
Yay!
Looks like she canceled another podcast to be on the number one trending podcast.
Exactly. That's what it was.
You guys got off with just one bean. All right. And we're leaving.
That's it. We are out of time.
No.
Go ahead and take us to the outro, Tim.
No. Outro ain't happening until you do.
Oh man.
Until you do a bean.
Here we go.
Or you answer.
I did.
I still have dirty dishwater in my.
Oh, so gross.
Oh, it's the same one.
That doesn't count.
Have
you had like awkward moments with this game?
Have we? Have we got an awkward moment? You know,
awkward moment.
Not yet.
Right now.
You did. I was like, why is he looking at me like that?
Okay. Right, this question is: have you ever on stage?
Have you ever farted on stage?
Oh, that's an easy question.
I have.
Yeah.
Come on now. Man, I mean, when I was playing the drums, bro, I mean, you could.
I think that's a question we all can answer.
Yeah.
Though.
You think so? You fart on stage?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kayla?
Yep, I did. And
But
we walked off stage and they're like, who farted on stage?
Okay.
And I'm like, this is me, guys.
I love it.
Oh,
no,
man.
yeah. Like right now, obviously, I'm eating like a high amount of protein. Like a high amount of protein right now.
A lot.
Oh, yeah. So like
this,
as
we speak.
Actually, this, when was it? I think it was last Wednesday on we had church or whatever. And so I'm MDing and stuff. And I ripped one, and it was honestly one of those like silent but super deadly. And
all of mine.
I just saw the lady, one of the ladies who was singing, and she was like,
wow. She was like, that's
tasting it.
Hey, she was like, that tastes like canned dog food.
Like, I was like, I just see her just do the whole like lip smack, and I was like, oh dang it. And I'm just like, and so you know what I did? When she's like looking around to see who did it, I'm like, like I'm trying to blame it on somebody else. Like, what was that?
She's like, wait, no, it's dirty dishwater.
I just thought of a funny story that I have to share.
Oh, go
I'm
for
ready
it.
for the world to hear this.
Go for it.
So we were, this is when we actually met at the songwriting retreat with Maverick. And
he's already yeah.
And we just met a lot of the people in the songwriting session, and it was me, Lemuel, our friend Raquel, Edward, Aaron Moses, and Dion Davis. And I, sorry, this is like,
no, it's your microphone.
It's the mic.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So we were like, everybody, it was in a bedroom. So some people were on the bed, some people were on the floor against the wall. I was on the bed with a friend, and I was laying down, and I have this bad habit that I'm like, I'm just going to let it out because it doesn't feel like it's a big one, and it's probably not going to smell.
Those are usually the worst.
Do you release it slowly because you don't know if it's gonna make like a little noise at the beginning? So you're like,
it says a little noise at the beginning.
you're like,
you have to censor it. You have to censor it.
She's like coughing randomly, like.
No, so I let it out, and I can smell it, and I'm like, crap.
Oh, that's the worst.
But then I'm like, I'm just gonna act like I don't know what's happening. So like I'm gonna be as surprised as everybody else in the room. All of a sudden, I look over, and Dion's like, he's like, "Is there a sewer above the room we're in right now?"
God.
I just see he's literally in the floor like this. He was like this, and he's like,
and he's trying to find it, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" I could not keep a straight face, so I literally lose it, and I'm laughing so hard, and he's like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "It was me, Dion. Sorry, it was me."
Hilarious.
Yeah, because what goes through your mind is like, do I act like I smell it first? Do I act like I don't?
Yes. You got to commit. You do got to commit and act like I didn't do it. Like, oh, what was that? You know,
right?
If you commit to the role, people will believe you.
It's true.
Yeah, I've done too many of them.
But I'm also one to accept and own my farts.
Okay.
So, and LEMUEL knows that. Like,
Hey,
I'll own it.
Yeah, that's good though. I feel like that's a good thing for sure.
Great topic. This is a great topic.
And with that being said, we're literally at the end of our podcast. No cap. But yeah, no. If you guys are not following these guys, make sure to go follow them. Why don't you guys give your handles real quick, your personal ones, and then obviously the one for Colectivo Uno.
Yeah, mine's Keila Ruth. It's Keila Ruth.
Yep. All right, okay.
All right. I get lost. We're talking about social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was so lost.
He's like, my email address?
He's like, my email, my social security number.
I'm like, my phone number? No, you can find me with Lemuel Marin Keys. Lemuel Marin Keys. In Instagram. So
the one, the only.
Yes, and then Colectivo Uno. So it's Colectivo #1.no.
Yeah. There you go. Cool. You guys make sure to go follow them. Make sure to go follow Colectivo Uno. They're going to obviously, they keep everybody updated on when they're going to release new music, when they're coming out with new music. So you guys make sure to go follow them. You guys, y'all have merch?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout.
Cool. So be on the lookout. Nice. Make sure you guys are looking for their merch. Once again, you can find all of their stuff on their social media. So make sure to go find that. Also, the handle that you guys, it's the same thing on Spotify, right? Is that right? Or
it's just Colectivo Uno.
Yeah. Okay.
No space.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So make sure you guys go follow them on.
And the Uno is a number. So.
Okay. I'm glad you. There you go. And then obviously my handy dandy editor will make sure to put it somewhere.
There. It'll be somewhere there.
But no, guys, thank you so much for once again subscribing, liking, and just being a part of the podcast. The support has been absolutely
phenomenal,
absolutely real. So no, thank you guys so much for watching Tim's Bros Podcast, the #1 trending podcast in the world. That is a fact. Check the stats. All right.
Yes, sir. Check the stats. It's a fact.
Yeah, exactly. check the stats. It's a fact. Make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button. That way you do not miss another episode. You can find us on at Tim's Bros Podcast on IG, and there we'll update you guys. Once again, merch is coming very, very soon.
Very soon.
It might be already announced by the time that this comes out, so we probably have already announced it. Obviously, these are pre-recorded, so it is what it is.
Really?
Yeah, they are. They're not live, guys. Okay, they're pre-recorded. So yeah, you guys make sure to follow us on Tim's Bros Podcast, and then also follow Dino at
_Dino Music.
_Dino Music, and then obviously you can find me at Tim Bro Music.
There you go.
I did it. Yeah. It's hard to do the two. Tim's Bros and then Tim Bro. It's really hard, okay? A little dyslexic, a lot of brain damage. It's hard for me, guys. So I now swear we're going to try to make these outros a lot shorter.
Just hit the subscribe button or else Tim's going to put you in a chokehold.
There you go. You heard it from Dino. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.